What a start.
Kevin having another crash out.
Both of them being petty to each other is fun.
Do you think he didn't hear you throw the tray right outside the door? Come on.
Yeah, that was straight back to season 2 in the hatch.
That's officially Kristin's least favorite character of the episode. For
Kate,
that scene
yeah.
right there.
I learned English for you.
Oh,
Favorite character?
And what gives you the right to decide whether or not?
You may think this is a democracy, Kate, because of the way Jack ran things, but this is not a democracy.
I guess that.
What do you have against Locke?
oh. She's a son now.
Shirtless Sawyer is my favorite Sawyer.
Mommy.
Blonde probably means Sawyer.
Hiya.
Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds for more Lost, Season 4, Episode 4, Eggtown with Michael, Kevin, Kristin, and I. So this was a really interesting episode. A lot of stuff with Ben, some really good stuff with Kate, even though Kristin is going to disagree.
Good stuff? Good stuff? I don't know about that.
What are your guys' thoughts on this episode?
I would like to start because I got something to say. If you make a note of my little tag under my name there, it is the John Locke Appreciation Society, and that has been my whole thing since the very beginning of this podcast. I would just like to quickly change it to all aboard. Kevin, I think we're going to be in agreement this episode. John Locke. John Locke is my number 2 favorite character in all of Lost, but there is so much in this episode where I'm just like, John, what are you doing, buddy? I still love you, but this is not a good episode for John.
I am shocked.
Did we enter an alternate reality where Michael is all of a sudden hating John Locke?
I don't hate him, but I will criticize when it's actually like fair.
That's not true. You didn't do it during the moth and all the other things that when he was doing.
That was
Listen.
He was helping Charlie. This was different.
It is cold outside here in Florida, but I didn't realize it was so cold that hell froze over. Like,
Hell froze over. I love him, but man, this is not a good look for John.
I was wondering how you were going to defend this situation on this episode.
No.
So
I had no intention of it.
okay, love it. Okay, wow. What a shocking start to this episode.
I've never seen Kevin so speechless. I should do this more often just to shut him up.
I agree with that. At first, I thought he froze, and I was like, he missed the whole reveal because he was so stunned.
I never thought it would happen. And I'm thinking how much I want to charge for your train fare on this on this locomotive.
Surely I get free entry. Like, you've wanted me on this train for so long. Surely I ride for free, right?
No, other way around.
I'll do a collective choo-choo. No?
I will say I won't be on the stop for long, but I'm on it today.
See, this is how I am, Michael. There's sometimes where you just have to jump on because what are you doing, Locke? But then, then you just jump back off because it's the rational thing to do, and then you're Kevin. So,
thank you, Kristin.
I listen. Even though you're wrong, Kristin, I will take this moment of clarity from Michael and move on and be happy.
Oh my gosh, I'm speechless too. I don't even know where to go from here. That Michael jumped on this train. It's insane.
I will say underrated episode. I don't think this is an episode that gets talked about a lot. It's not like greatest of all time territory, but I think really fun episode.
Kristin,
really
it's a Kate episode, so Kristin doesn't like it. John Locke is the worst, and he is going to be my least favorite. But can we also, and I mean, not to skip ahead too far, can we remember how awful Kate's mom is?
Yeah.
Poor Kate. I'm just trying. I got her.
I honestly, I don't feel that good about this, but I think we're going to be in agreement on most things because I love Kate in this episode.
What is happening, Michael? We started off 2026 so well. What happened here?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. We did. Where's Greg? I need Greg right now. All right, let's jump into this. I have some fun facts. Some of them not as fun as the other ones, but I'm going to start off with the numbers. This one is like totally far-fetched, but it's there. Kate's docket at court is a very long number, and then it ends with 815, which is an interesting fact. Also, Kate, we talk about the black and white of it all. We get those every once in a while. Kate, at the start of her trial, was wearing the white, and then, of course, at the end, she was in the black, so we got that. Also, we get backgammon back again, the black and the white, which is fun. I also love my man as much as I possibly can, but I will also point out his flaws. He fucked up and messed up backgammon and set it up wrong. So there was that. It was a little continuity error. We also get another continuity error that when Locke throws the plate. Do you know this? Okay, I'm so glad you know this.
I notice that one every time, yeah.
It makes zero sense. When Locke throws the plate because he's so upset with Ben, the wall shakes.
Yeah.
The cement basement wall?
Yeah, the cement basement wall is under a shake moment, shake, rattle, and roll by a plate there.
He hit the prop wall too hard.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, maybe if he wasn't such a little bitch in this episode and didn't get mad at the thing he knew he was going to get mad at and throw the plate, then it wouldn't have happened.
I can't wait to talk about how Ben it's like, again, from Michael mentioned it from season 2. It's repetitive here at this point. How did you not?
I know what you're doing and it's not going to work again. And then it continues to work exactly the way Ben wants. Yeah.
Another fun fact. We've said this before. Anytime that there's a Kate episode, there's Patsy Cline playing because that is her thing. Patsy Cline was playing with Claire and her at the house. We also have some major continuity errors with this trial, and I have to point them out.
Reminder too that I have actually been on a murder trial jury, right? Like I've actually. So I'm watching this and I'm like, this is better than some versions of trials, but this is still not right.
The two main things that I'm going to point out, there's a lot more of them, but the two main things I am going to point out here. One, your attorney cannot call witnesses without your approval. So when he looks over and is like, don't fire me, and she had zero idea, like that, they have to approve their witnesses that they're bringing in. So like that would never happen. The other main issue here, she's on trial for a lot. They listed out a lot of different things. The murder case happened in Iowa, so she would go to a murder case and be tried in Iowa for the murder there in Iowa, not in California. And also the bank robbery would become a federal case. So not happening in California, but we'll let it slide. You guys like Lost tried. There are some things you just have to do.
She's a celebrity now, so it turned into like the Johnny Depp kangaroo court style trial.
Apparently.
Well, and like, okay, so there's so many thoughts. Okay, first of all, if you get killed in opening, you still have to go through all of the prosecutor's witnesses first, and like, if this is actually the murder and actually like mom has already testified before he can call Jack, mom has already testified, right? Like the whole thing is out of order. And
yes,
like I know, like the one morning I was in a panic because I got to the court a minute late because of traffic. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get arrested for being in contempt of court. And then we sat there for like an hour and a half and they were just like, oh, yep, we're just not ready to start yet. And then I found out after the trial that they had a witness completely do their testimony to see if we needed to hear it. And then the judge decided we did not need to hear it. So then I never, like throughout the trial, I never heard that testimony. So like, and that's just like a little local case. So I would think a case this big, the jury would not be in there when Jack came in, right? Like we're gonna listen to this first and then decide if the jury needs to come in.
But then we wouldn't get all those lovely shots of them all going rubble, 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 rubble in the background. They needed those reaction shots. I actually also have another number. Did you have any more numbers?
Oh well, the 3.2 is that what you're gonna talk about?
No.
Oh.
It's rare. I notice a number that you don't have, but Kate's mom's like, I've been given 6 months to live for the last 4 years.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I was like, yay! I noticed one.
I'm
Took me
glad you
4
noticed
seasons.
the number.
I block most of what she says out because while I can appreciate everything that she's been through, I think she's mean to Kate.
I thought you meant Kristin.
No, I just block out what Kristin says just in life.
Same here for you. Okay, last fun fact that's not so fun because this always drives me nuts because I don't really understand it. I kid you guys not. The title, Eggtown, and it's been confirmed by the creators of Lost, was named Eggtown because Locke made the last 2 eggs. And Kate, they focus on her pregnancy, and eggs are fertilized in pregnancy, and this is why this episode is called Eggtown.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
It's a
Is that a fun
silly
fact or
name.
is that a weird fact?
Yeah.
It's a horrible fact. Come up with a better name. This is stupid. That's so dumb. Anyway.
It's one of those titles, like every time I look at the episodes, there's a couple where I'm like, which one's this again?
Right.
Most episodes you know which episode it is based on the title when you're rewatching the show. And there's like a couple like this one where you're like, don't really know the relevance of this. Oh yeah.
It could have been something so much better, though they could use. This is horrible.
I guess they've got egg on their face.
Yes.
Well, they had like what Kate does and what Kate did. This could have been a what will happen to Kate, right? Like they could have very easily, right? Like very
Critical
easily.
at Who's Your Daddy?
God.
You are not the father. Oh my god. Anyway, let's jump into this episode though. So we start this episode with another eye, and it's Locke's eye, Kevin's favorite. And he does in fact make the last 2 eggs, which is why we have a title. And he goes down and feeds Ben breakfast with a book from his own shelf. And I love that Ben immediately starts in on Locke immediately. And they go back and forth. Of course, Ben is manipulating Locke in all the best ways. Like, I've already read this one. Oh, maybe you'll find something different. Like, they're just constantly going at it.
That is important, though. When Locke says to Ben, maybe you'll catch something you didn't, maybe you'll notice something you didn't catch the first time. That is like the ultimate metaphor for the show of Lost. Yeah. Yes. Like maybe you'll catch these things on the rewatch. And especially in an episode like this where there is so much setup. I love that line because it's right at the beginning telling us, like, it'll all make sense, when you rewatch it.
Well, I mean, even we talked about when we started this, like, I've never noticed the numbers before, like I have been this watch. And like, you know what I mean? Like, there are things that you'll pick up in Lost every time you watch it. They'll do every single time. But yes, of course, Ben does what Ben does and manipulates the crap out of Locke, and he throws his sissy fit like he does and shakes the wall with a plate and all the miraculous things that happen. But yes, we also get a very cute moment of Sawyer coming over for coffee, and he's ready to play house. But of course, Kate's an idiot. I don't know how she didn't jump on this moment to be like, yes, absolutely, I will get my bag. Like, let's go now. But she was rude. And
just because like they're both living there, they're not in a relationship. It's a big step to just go from, hey, we've had sex like twice. Do you want to live together? It seems like they're skipping several steps there.
Why is this a question?
I mean, I would also say Kate clearly has some bigger concerns, like about, wait a minute, do I even want to get off this island? Right?
Am I in Eggtown?
Anyway,
it's a no-go zone in Eggtown. She doesn't want to get pregnant on the island, reasonably so. But no, like listen. Okay, cool. Sawyer, I'm glad you're here. Maybe you can help me with some things. But like mostly I need to know, do I need to get off this island? Should I get off this island? Like
she's one of the few people that know that being pregnant's a problem.
Correct.
But also like her life outside the island, right? Like, does she want to go back to that? Like, so now she's presented with the chance to leave, and is that what she really wants? So like, Sawyer, fine, like whatever. Maybe you can like get me something later. But like the main thing I need to know is, does the government know I'm here, and are they going to arrest me when I get back to the mainland?
See, I think that the main issue here is that any sane woman would be like, yes, Sawyer, let me get my bags and let's go have sex a lot.
I want to know your definition of sanity because it's not you.
No, it really is. Like it really truly is. Everybody's like, yes, let's jump on the bad foot and do the good thing, and we're going to Pound Town because you don't see it.
We did not need Pound Town.
We have left Eggtown. We are moving on to Pound Town.
That would have been a good episode name,
right?
Can I just mention as well? We're slightly past it, but I love Ben's line when he says to Locke, like I did mention, but it's like the exact same thing from the Hatch in season 2, where he gives him a book, and when he says, "I know what you're trying to do," and Ben is such a little shit. He says, "Excellent, John, you're evolving."
Like a Pokemon.
He plays Locke so like just so obviously, and Locke's like, "No, not this time." And like even as you were saying, "Not this time," you're being played, you dummy.
Right, Ben's playing you. Yeah,
we couldn't wait till you get outside to have your reaction. Like, come on, John.
Right.
These are the things I mean. I get him being frustrated with Ben. I totally get it. Wait till you're out of earshot.
Right,
Come
go
on.
upstairs and then throw the dish.
You've got 2 eggs left. Eat them yourself.
Right.
Don't throw them against a wall, a dirty wall that shakes when you touch it. Come on.
They really should check the foundation, though. This seems like it might be a problem.
This is a whole like underground system too. The whole barracks are on top of it.
Right. Now we are going to get into our first flash forward of this episode, which it was already pretty much confirmed, but is confirmed that Kate is now part of this Oceanic 6. And we get this paparazzi. We don't really know why we're assuming paparazzi for the whole Oceanic 6 of it all, but it's her going into court for her court case to be tried for all of the things that she has done. And they list off a very hefty list of Kate issues here. And then they go, "How do you plead?" And she's like, "I mean, yeah, I did all that, but not guilty. Not guilty. Didn't do it. Swear, no, it wasn't me. Somebody else, like stolen identity." But the prosecution is like, she is the definition of a flight risk, which she is. She has left multiple times. So,
and she seemingly has the money from the settlement. Right. So
something. But also, I mean, her lawyer is like, she has a very recognizable face now. Like, how is she they're gonna see her? And the judge is like, "Yeah, I hear you, but like, no, like you know your client. She has left many a good time. So no, she is now arrested and she's staying for the duration of the trial. So she is arrested, which was her biggest fear. So that was not something she wanted to do, but it sure enough happened. So sorry, Kate, for you. Anything about it? Huh?
I think it's fair.
It's 100% fair. Like, yes, she is the definition.
Right.
So,
if you're the judge, yes, yeah.
I cannot wait to jump back onto the island because this part makes my heart so happy. Jin is full on Englishing. He is the sweetest thing ever. Who would have thunk it on like season 1 that we'd be getting this Jin? And he's like naming off places to live, and he said, "I learned English for you so that we can go to a little club because that's what you wanted." And Sun is like, "Well, about that."
Yeah.
Change my mind. Let's go back. But
it's funny that flip, right? Because she was leaving and he was going to stay, and now he wants to leave to go be with her, but she wants to go back.
Correct. But also, like, Sun, are we not thinking about this? Like, we evaded your dad. Wasn't that was an issue? We should probably not go back. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at this point, she's been like a rock star on a deserted island. So why is she afraid of her dad?
Yeah,
sure.
I just wanted to say, like, it's amazing Jin's growth arc in this whole show of, like, now he is, pretty decently fluent in English now. And, like, he's just a nice, adorable human being now, as opposed to how he started. So,
do you know who we have to thank for the English? Sawyer.
Yeah, and his little reading glasses.
Yeah, and Michael was somewhat involved. Oh no, Michael kind of learned Korean a little bit, didn't he? I can't remember.
Michael got to the point where he was understanding what Jin was saying. He couldn't speak it back, but he knew.
Specifically when Jin was insulting him.
No, I was talking about Sawyer's English lesson when they were drinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do find it funny that one of the places Jin wanted to move was Albuquerque, of all places. Like,
I think
where
he just
you pull
wanted. I
that
think they
from?
just wanted him to say it.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
That's
if
exactly
you say
what it is.
Albuquerque and you're fresh in English, go Jen. Go Jen.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hang out with Walter White.
We also get Jack arriving back at camp. He's there with Juliet, obviously, and Charlotte and Daniel Faraday. He's like, hey guys, this is Charlotte, this is Dan. Their pilot helicopter already took off. Saeed and Desmond were with them. It's gonna be a grand time. We're having a good old time. Let's get ready to get on the freighter. They'll be here any minute. Like, hey, how's it going? And Sun's like, this is fantastic. Wait, where's Kate? And he's like, well, she kind of left. Don't know what to tell you. Oopsie. But she went over to Locke's camp, which is going to lead kind of Sun into questioning a lot of things. Where I think that we get into this point where obviously she knows that she has to go, right? Like she knows that she has a time stamp on her life right now, but she is going to start questioning things, which when you have a timestamp like that, why would you question? So the things that are going to happen for her to question and be like, maybe I just like roll with this.
Well, I mean, the options are either you stay on the island and you die, or potentially the people that are coming to the island to take you home kill you. Like you might as well take your chance with
right. These are great odds. Die or die.
or maybe die. She's going with the maybe die option.
Death sentence or maybe
Take it or take it.
Right. Let's
0% or 50%.
We're gonna roulette this. Also, we get back to the barracks here, which is where the choo-choo train starts almost immediately. We can almost maybe forgive him for going and falling for Ben's manipulation, but Kate shows up and he has just killed a chicken. He's so proud of himself. But
Which is also, if that was the last of your eggs, why are you killing the chickens?
It was also in the continuity. I didn't even talk about it, so I just let it go.
He killed the last chicken.
Right. But Kate wants to talk to Miles. She has something she wants to talk to him, and Locke pulls the whole this isn't how Jack runs things. I'm running things. And she's like, well, I thought like this is not a democracy. You're being a dictator. He's like, if I was a dictator, I'd just shoot you for even questioning me. Locke, get off your high horse, buddy. Get off your high horse. So I will continue normally, but I know that there's gonna be a lot of chatter about the choo-choo train here. So go right ahead, everyone.
He's just the worst. He's an angry jerk to her for no reason, just to start off the conversation, right? Like not even saying, why do you want to talk to Miles? Just like, no, I'm in charge and I said no because I'm Locke and I run things here and you can't question me, right? Like just a jerk to be a jerk. And you can come to dinner. You're not allowed to question me. Like, how is this working out for you though? Like you're so perfect. You're so great. You know everything. How is this working out for you? How did that last conversation with Ben go? You getting the things you want with this style of leadership? Probably not. So maybe you should listen to some other people, right? And like, clearly, I know Kristin hates Kate. If we look at Sun is worried about Kate. Claire immediately lets Kate live with her and is like, go pick up the baby. Like people like Kate. So maybe instead of just being a jerk to people, you see that certain people have qualities that you don't that make them be liked. And you use that to help you lead a group.
This doesn't make me angry. It just makes me frustrated because I do root for Locke and I do love Locke. What's frustrating about it is it's so clearly. I've been watching a lot of The Apprentice lately. Not the one with the orange hemorrhoid guy. Our version in the UK, and there's so many times in that show where someone is the project manager for that week's task, and it's like, I am the leader. You listen to me. I am your boss. There was one I was watching recently. This guy is just standing, shouting at this guy, going, "I am your boss." And that's what Locke is. It's like he's so desperately trying to be seen as the leader. he's more concerned about people viewing him as the leader than actually being a leader in this episode, especially. And like, it's just frustrating because I do think he has it in him, and I do think his view on the island and that they're there for a purpose and all of that stuff. I believe it. I believe in his mission, but doesn't go about it very well. And like, if he doesn't even say to Kate, why do you want to speak to him? Like, can we have a conversation about it? Like, maybe they could come to some kind of compromise. But instead, it's, well, I didn't shoot you in the head, so I guess that's something.
Right. No, and you don't get to question why it's no. And you should be thankful that I even let you exist.
He doesn't hear her side of it at all, of like why she wants it at all. And she
doesn't get a chance to even give it.
Yeah. He thinks he's like the almighty John Locke, that everyone should bow down before him and kiss his feet.
Hey, I mean, he did offer her to come back for dinner, so I mean,
it is quite nice that he offers to make everyone dinner. I just think it's quite funny.
What are you gonna make chicken with the one chicken you had left there, buddy?
Yeah, 100%. You get this much of the chicken. Also, I do want to point out a point here that I don't think a lot of people pick up on, but this is very like reminiscing of family dinner when he was on that like compound / like
the worst episode.
The worst episode. But yeah, I mean, I just think that again, this is Locke trying to like that was a happy moment for him during that. Like that was his family, right? So like, I think that he's like, I'm gonna be an asshole, but come to my table for dinner. You're welcome. Like I think that this is where the wires are gonna get a little bit crossed for.
This is where he got the idea from the compound, and so now he's like, oh well, they did it, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna make it my thing.
Yeah. Well, Kate leaves very pissed off, as she should, but thankfully she totally, as Hurley's words were, Scooby-Dooed him very flawlessly. I'll give her that. Are you taking that down to Miles? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, Locke wants me to do it. You're still keeping him in the record, right? And he's like, oh no, the boathouse. Oh shoot.
She's so smooth.
She does
it so smoothly. It's crazy.
She does. Although, I mean, it is Hurley, so anything it would have been fine. Anybody could have been like, where's Miles? And he would have been like,
also, not to harp on Locke, but maybe another not the greatest leadership decision. Why was Hurley the one that was put in charge of Miles's location? Give it to somebody more trustworthy.
If it has to be a secret. If you just want someone who's going to take care of Miles and make sure Miles is okay, and it's okay because everyone knows where Miles is,
right?
Hurley's great for that. If it's supposed to be a secret, Hurley's not great for that.
Well, and even Sawyer says later, like, if you told Hurley, everybody knows. Like, it but yeah, so Kate does play Hurley very spectacular. Can't even talk. Anyway, moving on. Goes down to the boathouse, and she has a question for Miles. She also, poor Miles never got his food. She like left it outside. Like the guy's probably hungry, but whatever. But she asks Miles, I need to know, do you know who I am? And obviously she's wanting the answers of like, how, like, am I even topic of conversation anymore? Do people still, like, have they forgotten about me? Like, whatever. And he said, oh, sure, I'll tell you everything we know. But first, Julie Chen moment, I need you to do something for me. And I want Ben, and I want to have a little chit chat. We need a little chitty chat. And so we're going to see this for Miles a lot in this episode, where it's always like make a deal thing with him. Apparently he's the new Wayne Brady of it all, of let's make a deal. But yes, he does want something in return to tell Kate everything. Going to our flash forward. I can't even say going back to our flashback now anymore. To our flash forward here, we do have Kate meeting with her lawyer. He's talking about doing a plea deal. Like, you'll get like 10 years, you serve 7 of them. She's like, absolutely not, can't do it. And he's like, well, we need to figure out something, because like this isn't going to be great. And he brings up, like, we need to bring him into the courtroom. And she's like, we are not bringing him into the courtroom. We are not, like, you're not using him. All these things. She's very adamant.
Very pronoun game. Very him, he.
Yes.
Who?
Yes. And we do find out she's very, very adamant at the very end and says, you are not using my son, which we're like, what? My son? Where's the son? What? Maybe she is knocked up by my man. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, my son.
Yeah.
Well, and then, for a second I was like, well, wait, so they're gonna have a kid be like a witness but then it's like, oh, well, that's obviously not exactly it, but just to use against her. So I don't know. It was definitely like a crazy reveal, because I know like we'd alluded to like a lot of like all the women having kids at one point. Like Ben is telling Juliet that last season. And so I know that it was like, I guess, set up that it could happen with Kate, but.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was just thinking about the trial aspect too of like they're not going to have a baby testify, right? Because like clearly, however old Kate's kid is, it's going to be young, so they're not going to have this kid testify. But like oh, they're just trying to like get sympathy. Like, don't put this mom like here. Are you going to look this child in the eye and sentence his mother to life in prison?
Yeah, that's 100% what it is. Like, obviously, the kid's not testifying. The kid is just to be there for the sympathy.
Right.
Yeah.
I figured that out as soon as I thought about it.
It is like going back to being on an actual like there is a lot of what they allow the jury to see. So like you put on as much visual show, like they put on as much visual show as they can. It's also weird that she only has one lawyer. She should have a whole team. But like we didn't know that the defendant in my case was actually in jail the whole time. So like she was shackled underneath the desk and we didn't know. And like when she testified, when we came in, she was already on the stand because she was in shackles. So they didn't let us see that she was shackled, because that would have like given us a clue, like given us a like, oh, well, maybe she really is, like all of those things do happen. So that was, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like, oh yeah, like, let's see if we can just put the baby like right behind you.
I do like when it comes to the baby as well. Like, I like how with the baby, how it starts as this slow build here. Like, yeah, this goes all the way back to, hey, maybe Kate's pregnant. We've seen her having sex with Sawyer. I don't know how many condoms are on the island, but like it's very believably done that, oh shit, this goes back to the season 3 finale. He's going to be waiting for me when she's talking to Jack. Like, it all comes together that this is obviously Sawyer's baby, and they do so much in this episode to make you on the wavelength that this is Sawyer's baby. Everything that's going on the island makes sense that this is Sawyer's baby.
Yes.
And all of this is just setting us up once again for another great Lost rug pull. So yeah, I love that mention of the baby.
Yeah.
My baby, as Claire would say.
Well, for 1 second, I was like, at the end, I'm sure we'll get to, I definitely was wondering, somehow is it Jack's? But then I'm like, no. I mean, if anybody, it would be Sawyer's, or how they were trying to set it up. But
yeah, I mean, we'll move on from that. I'm the only one allowed to have Sawyer's babies. But anyway, with that, we do go back to the beach where Sun is starting to question things. She's like, why did Kate leave? Like, what? You haven't heard from anybody. Like, like, maybe we were wrong here. And again, I think that that's a huge show that this freighter thing may not be the best situation, especially if Sun is questioning it when she knows how badly she needs to get off. But of course, Jack and Juliet are like, it's fine. Totally good. We're fine. No issue whatsoever. And then we go back to the barracks with Kate, Claire, and Aaron. Again, this is like a major foreshadowing this entire episode where we all should have seen it, but on your first rewatch, on your first watch, you're definitely not seeing this. But also Kate's also not really duping Claire here, because Claire is going to be an honest person anyway, but she's like, so Ben's in the basement? Yep, saw Rousseau bring him in last night. Like, she gives all the information. We love a good Claire moment here. But they, they're doing laundry. Aaron's crying. She's like, can you pick him up? And she's like, about that. No, thank you. And she's like, okay, I guess I'll get my own baby and do the laundry. I guess I'll do everything. Thanks, Kate. But Kate also brings up, like, you're so good with him. I would never be good with kids, which, like, we know from these flash forwards, she has a kid. So it's like, oh, okay, like, she figured it out.
Little do we know, not just kids, she's going to have to be good with that kid right there that she doesn't want to pick up in that moment.
Yes.
Kid, yes. But then we also quickly go back to another flash forward of the defense and saying, please don't fire me again, that we talked about this in the beginning, that would not happen. But Jack comes in, and Jack has a very interesting story about how this happened, this plane crash. He's talking about how it crashed in the water and only 8 of them survived.
Only 8.
I was like, did I mishear? And wasn't it supposed to be 48 that survived initially? And he only said 8. So I was checking to make sure if I heard that correctly.
You did hear that correctly. He said only 8 survived, and he was so hurt, and Kate saved him and saved everybody else, and she got all the help and the blankets and the shelter, and she's this massive hero. She's the hero. She stands up and is like, I've heard enough. I can't do this anymore. You're the doctor. Who's believing your story right now?
Well, and it's interesting because like if we're looking at that and like what like him saying that he isn't in love with Kate anymore, like he kind of lied on stand, like he was under oath, and he kind of just broke that. So
he
it's
was
crazy.
definitely going to jail. He
He straight up lied.
But they've mentioned before that like that there's a lie, right?
Yeah.
So like we know that. So like
now we're getting pieces of the lie. Yes.
Right. Like what is the lie and why is the lie?
Why? That's our question right now. Is what's happening here?
So yeah, like to what extent? Like, are we just lying that like Shannon Boone never survived and we don't have to say what happened to them, or like, oh no, the lie is that only 8 people survived originally, and like. Why would you make that level of a lie up? So, and like we almost starved to death as if there wasn't a pallet drop of food, right? Like,
yeah.
But also that we've only seen Jack telling the lie up to now, but 6 of these people got off the island. They all must be maintaining that lie. They're not gonna have different stories. So like all 6 of them are telling this specific story. So that means that story has been come up with. Like why 8 people? Why is that the story that they've chose to tell? Mm-hmm. It's so far removed. You could have told why couldn't they have just told the actual story but without all the supernatural nonsense? Like there's a reason why they're there. Yeah, like don't mention a polar bear.
They could just tell the season 1 version, and then these are just the people that got on the raft, right? Like
yeah.
Why? No, it's definitely a question that, every Lost person that's watching is like, we're getting this lie. It's completely like left field, but why? And like, why are they all sticking with this? It's definitely something that Lost did a great like continuous of like, we're going to give a little bit of answers, but then we're going to bring in some more questions. And this is the horrible circle that we keep going round and round about.
This was another like week of sleepless nights for me.
Yes.
On message boards, thinking about this for 24 hours straight.
Right. Why? Heading back to the barracks, of course, we have the best roommate situation of all time. I love a Hurley and Sawyer.
We need a spin-off of this. Just Hurley and Sawyer as roommates, just like a sitcom of those two living together.
Oh my god, it would be the best show ever. But like, of course, he's like, "What movie are we watching tonight?" And he's like, "I'm reading. Leave me alone." And then, of course, he turns the TV on. It's blaring. He's like, "Oh my god!" Like
blaring Xanadu.
Right. But Kate does show up, and her and I love Hurley. He's like winking. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, you got something in your eye there, Hugo?
That was good.
Oh, I love it. But him and Kate go and chat in the kitchen. Of course, we get some boxed wine. Love it. We're here for the boxed wine moment. And she's kind of trying to do the whole like flirty thing. He's like, you're really bad at this. Like, you already said you didn't want me. Like, just do me the favor of just telling me the truth that you want to use me. And she's like, I want to use you. I also want to use him for other things, but she has a different plan. With that, she says that she needs to get Miles and Ben together. She does tell him these things. And then immediately we have Sawyer going over to Locke, and they want to play some backgammon. Let's have a good time. And he's like, how's everybody feel about me? Everybody, like, also, is this before or after dinner? Like, what's happening here? Where are we at in the timeline, Locke? Did everybody get to eat dinner?
Right? Like this, it looks like he was still making dinner, but right. like you said it was at 6. So like, why is it this dark?
But
I want the cut of this episode where it's just an episode of John Locke like stressing out in the kitchen like an episode of MasterChef.
Right.
So I've got this dinner to prepare and no one's listening to me. It's horrible. Why did I agree to this?
No one's helping me.
He invites everyone and only Claire shows up. Like, yeah.
Poor Claire.
I will say there's also a really fun blooper of that every time I see it, I just think of the blooper because it's funny when Sawyer opens when Sawyer's at the door with the backgammon, they're telling him to hold the backgammon like closer to his face so they can get it in the shot. So he keeps doing it like want to play some backgammon?
I also like during this conversation though, like obviously Locke is concerned about how he's coming across to his new people, because he's the leader. Sawyer being like, he's like, what's everybody else say? He's like, bah.
Like sheep.
Yeah. But he also brings up, and it seems like, and so we've seen him do this before with the whole conning of everything, but it seems that he's like, I'm a little worried about Kate. So we're like, wait, is this part of the Kate and him plan? Or is he actually selling Kate out a little bit here? Because he does a very good job about it. He's like, I'm a little worried. She came to me about an hour ago. She wants to hang out with Ben, and she wants Ben and Miles to meet and all these things. And so I think that they did an amazing job. And also I think Sawyer did an amazing job because obviously with Locke, that was the whole plan. But for us watching it, it's like, is this their plan, or is he selling out Kate, which would be completely unheard of? Like, that doesn't seem like a Sawyer thing to do. Which
I didn't buy for a second. Like, this is the classic Sawyer long con of like,
for sure.
Yeah, I was like, we know what you're doing, Sawyer, and John Locke, sadly, frustratingly, does not know what you're doing.
Just John Locke getting conned again by a con man who he knows is a con man.
He's also the same con man that his dad that Sawyer killed. Like, you're getting conned down the bloodline.
Right. No, but I mean, I think all of us know that he would never turn on Kate, right? Like, we know that he would never turn on Kate. I mean, Locke should also know that. So, like, we all lean towards, obviously, this is what they've cooked up, right? And he's conning and doing the long con of it all. But also, again, at the point of it is he's coming off so seamless as well, as like, she did just come to me because all that was true. She did come to him. She wants to go talk. Like, little does Locke know that they did a switcheroo. You know what I mean? So, like, it's all true what he's saying, but there was another plan involved in that. But yes, so obviously they go down to the boathouse because he's like, well, whatever he has to say to Ben, he can say in front of me, and yada, yada, yada. And so they go down to the boathouse, and of course there's no Miles because Kate had this whole plan. She grabbed Miles. Now the house is open because they have left. And so she goes in, breaks in. Like you couldn't use the front door. He obviously didn't lock the front door. Just go in the front door.
Yeah,
but,
true.
Okay.
Are there even locks? Like, why are there even locks on the island? Like,
who knows? But
why
also,
is there any lock on the island?
As soon as you said it, I was like, no.
You're like, don't do it. But so she does break in. They go down to the basement. She also has to like shoot out a lock, which we know that handgun would not do anything to that lock. But okay, sure, lost. We'll
really? Would it?
No,
I don't know guns.
No.
I just love to picture like Ben is just like chilling out in his little room. Can you imagine like all of a sudden there's a gunshot right outside your door? It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Did somebody finally come for Locke?
And they open the door and he's unfazed in typical Ben fashion.
Yes, totally unfazed. But I also love I love the moment where Miles goes in and he's like, I know, you know who I am, right? You know who I'm working for. You know that he wants you, like all these things. And he's like, I can lie, and I can say that you were already dead, but I'm gonna need $3.2 million. I love that immediately Ben is like, why not 3.2, 3.4, all these things. He immediately goes into this, but I love that he goes, because as this was happening and I was writing our notes, I put, extortion because of what it is. And he's like, you're going to blackmail me? And he's like, it's extortion. I was like, I love that they're both sassy to each other, right? Like Miles is doing the sass. Ben's got the sass. I need to see more of these two together. Like this seems fun.
This is my favorite scene of the episode. Like, This is so good. I love that because it's so true from Ben of like, that's such a specific number. Why do you shoot just a round number, 3 million? Like, why that? I also love the whole thing where, and again, these are the things that make me love Ben as a character, because we don't know too much about him outside of what we've seen. And the moment where Miles goes, like, where Ben tries to say, like, what makes you think I have access to that kind of money? And Miles is like, don't treat me like I'm one of them, because I'm not. Like, I don't know who you are and what you can do. Like, what else is Ben got going on?
Right.
There's so many, like, other. It's like that, you know, that thing of like the iceberg, and you've got the stuff on the surface, and then it shows you like all the different, like, what's it, a conspiracy theory thing or something? I don't know. It's like that where we're only seeing like this much of Ben, and then there's all this other stuff going on, and it's like, what is he? We saw the passports and the money in his secret room, and now what? He has access to $3.2 million just on a whim while.
Well, not because he does say, "I give you 2 days," and he's like, "I'm a little tied up here at the moment."
Yeah,
even a week.
He gave me,
like wild.
A week. Yeah, but he does get the deadline. Kate is saying, like, "Yeah, your time's up." I also love that Kate was like, "This is a trio I want to get behind," because she's like, "You have a minute." He's like, "Can I get some privacy?" She's like, 55 seconds.
Yeah, this is good. I loved that it came down to now this deal that's going to be hanging over Ben's head for the rest of the season, presumably. So I thought that this was really interesting, and that especially that Miles is the one making demands.
Yeah.
So.
And also, this comes after episode 3 of, we know that Ben somehow is going to be off the island in the future. We know that Ben is going to get out of this situation somehow, and now we have this extortion, not blackmail, that Miles is putting on its head. So it's like, yeah, there's so much going on with Ben in this season where it's like just bubbling under the surface. I love it so much. Best decision any writer of any show has ever made when they decided, hey, why don't we keep Michael Emerson for more than 3 episodes?
Yes.
Whenever that conversation happened, like, thank God it did.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so obviously Kate's been upset about, like, you have now, technically it was 1 minute and 20 seconds if anybody was timing that. But she's upset. She wants her information. I set up your little meeting. You said what you need to say. Now you need to give me my answers. And he kind of like gives her maybe a different, like, a false sense of security for about a split second when he's like, I got your name when you called the freighter. Oh, but once we got the name, we knew exactly who you are. You're wanted for this and all the other. Like, he lists everything exactly what she was afraid of. But I like that he, like, for a moment was like, we just got your name when you called the freighter, but I know your name because you did this. Like,
yeah,
so rude. But I love it. I love a good sassy Miles. But
I don't know. I don't know why Kate thinks for a second that there's any chance that they wouldn't. Like, they have a man. This plane would have gone down. The first thing they would have done is get the manifest and who was on there. Like, she wasn't on there while she was on the run, maybe with a fake alias. She was on there with the marshal. The marshal's also missing. Like, of course they know that she's a fugitive. Like, of course they do.
I think the way that she, in her head, the way that she's asking this is different than it's coming across. I think what Kate is trying to, like, am I still the topic of conversation? Like, could I go back?
Could I slip away?
Yes, correct. That's where I think her head is going, but it's coming across of like, do you know who I am? Yes, we know who you are, Kate Austin. Like, you're an idiot. But no, I think
yes, Catherine Ann. Yes, we know exactly who you are.
Yeah, I think that's where her mentality is of like, am I still a topic of conversation where I could land and just like dip real quick, you know?
Right.
But yeah, so of course they're walking upstairs and Locke and Sawyer are right there. They've caught her red-handed in the act, and Locke's like, "Go home." She's like, "It wasn't my. It's in it." He's like, "I don't care. I'll talk to you later. Go home." He's not having anything to do with this. Also, the one part that I will like there's been so many of Locke being stupid in this one. He walks up in Claire's house, does nothing. He just walks right up in there. Excuse you, sir. Like, I also love that Claire starts to like question, like, Locke, what are you doing? Like, hello, my house. He does not care, but he wants to talk. He wants to talk to Kate, and then you've now just walked into my house without knocking, and you're kicking me out of my own living room. No,
it's John Locke's island, so
I think
it's funny because later we're gonna get Sawyer being like, "This is my house," like, because you know that Sawyer, like, if that would have happened, Sawyer would like, get out of my house, like, you know what I mean. But Claire's like the nice Claire. It's funny.
I think there was an interesting thing here where Kate, the whole first part of the episode, she's in that same dirty outfit, right? Like it is like I think that tank top was supposed to be white and it's now like tan. And she's in that same dirty outfit the whole time. Then she comes up the stairs, she gets caught by Locke, and then she goes and takes a shower. Like, she got the information she wanted, she completed her mission. She takes a shower, she washes her hair, she puts on clean clothes.
She's also thinking, if there's a chance I'm going to get kicked out, I'm going to make sure I have a shower before I do.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like, I mean, I'm sure as soon as they got there, everybody else just took a shower.
Right, immediately. But yeah, so I mean, Locke does talk to Kate here, and he's like, "You were out. You were kicked out." I also love that when she gets to Sawyer here in the next scene, like, he's like, "He banished you? What the hell?" He's like, "This is stupid." But anyway, yes, he does kick her out, and she's like, "Okay." But before we do get that moment with Sawyer, we get another flash forward here, where they put her in a room, and Diane shows up, still alive. Hello, Diane. Thank you for joining us at this moment.
She's looking slightly better than she was.
Right, she was dying when she saw her, and she's like still kicking. Whatever, it's fine. But obviously, her and Kate get into it for obvious reasons. She's like, "I'm not trying to sit there and argue with you. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to testify." And she's like, "Then don't." Like, that
is one of my favorite lines. Like, "I don't want to, then don't."
Right, right. But now Kate's also now getting a little ultimatum, blackmail, extortion, if you will. "I want to see my grandson." And she's like, "Absolutely not. We are done here. Goodbye. Like, you are not." And she's like, for a good reason. But here's the thing too about this situation. We know that I know you guys will have a different feeling on Diane. Diane is not one of the worst parents that we've had on this Lost situation. Yeah. She was a battered woman. Okay. She was a battered woman that was one of that when you're battered like that. Thankfully, I've never been a battered woman. I hope to never have to ever go through that. Anybody that's going through that, I'm so sorry. But Kate, of course, was helping her mom, right? I'm going to kill him. I'll set her up for life. She's all good to go. But her mom is like, "That's the love of my life. Like, you just killed, like, yeah, sometimes he beats me. Oh, well, like, no big deal. That's the love of my life." So I do feel for her mom here is like, she has this moment and like, she's now lost everything. She lost the love of her life because Kate murdered him. You got Kate that's been on the run and now she wants nothing to do with you because you turned her in, which, I mean, okay, dick move, but like also understandable. And so for her, she's on her deathbed. She's dying. Like, well, granted, they told her she had 6 months 4 years ago. So maybe she's not dying. Maybe she's just immortal. But she wants to see the grandson. Like, she's telling you, like, I'm not saying I'm using this against you. I'm just saying, like, this is what I want. I want us to have a relationship now. I'm gonna die. Like, can't we be a family again? And I feel for her because Kate's just like, no.
Yeah.
I am sympathetic to her all the way up until after Kate gets back from the plane crash, right? Like, you have now been presented with the death of your daughter. Like, you have processed this, you've been through this. So, like, in my mind, at that point, you should have some level of, like, not over it, not let it go, but like some level of, I know what it's like to lose you. And I was upset by that. And now I have the second chance. And rather than take advantage of the second chance, she's still pursuing testifying against her. And she seemingly only relents so that she can meet her grandson, like for a selfish reason. So that's why I am sympathetic to her, and I think I've been fair to her before now, but like I think this, after Kate gets back from being dead.
I bring up something to you here, though. Is she pursuing it, or is this now prosecution pursuing it? Because she's already saying, I don't want to testify. Like, we know that she's saying, I don't want to do this. Like, everything changed for me when I thought you were dead. So this also could, prosecution knows they don't have a case without her. So this could be the pressure from prosecution of like, you have to testify against her. So like, is it Diane though? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's not how Diane carries herself throughout the scene. She doesn't carry herself as if
she's also hardly breathe.
I'm being forced to do this. I love you. I miss you. Like, and nothing in between. It comes across very much as, well, you know, if you let me meet him, then I won't testify against you.
It does come across.
Yeah, I agree with Kevin. Like, she.
Oh my God, shocker.
But she only tries to connect back with Kate once she finds out that she has a grandson. I think if Kate just showed up and there wasn't that, like, I do think Diane probably doesn't even care that, Kate's back alive, to be honest. It's my
I'll say one more thing, and I'm going to let Michael finish it off on this topic. As a mom, I also don't think I don't think that this is where she's going with this. Like, I think in her mind, and again, I'm wrong. I'm not Diane. Okay. Not Diane at all. I think that this is, she's now a mom. So now she understands the mom feelings of, there were many times growing up that my mom would be like, wait till you're a mom. You'll see exactly why I'm punishing you, or like all these things. Wait till you're a mom. And so I think that this was her trying to connect with her. And it's coming across very bad. It's coming across very not so great. But I think this is her being like, I know that you have a son now and I want to meet him. Like, I want an in with you as you know what I'm saying? I think that this isn't like an extortion of like, I won't testify against you if you let me meet him. This is I know that you care about him. Let me care. Like, let this be the stepping stone to having a relationship again. So that's all I'll say on the matter. I'll let Michael finish up and then we can move on. But that's why I think I side with Diane a little bit here.
I'm kind of like somewhere in the middle on it. Like, I agree with all points, weirdly. Like, I don't like or dislike Diane. I think it's a complicated situation. Like, I feel for her as well as kind of feel like, what are you doing? Like, but the thing to me is, Kate, the revelation that Kate has a baby isn't like just happened. She came back with this baby. So what was the first conversation that you guys could have had? Like, could you not have said, I want to speak to her? Like, can we have a conversation? I thought my daughter was dead for however long they've been gone. Can we have a conversation? She clearly, this is the first time they've spoke to each other. So she could have went about it differently in that regard. If without the blackmail side of it, or trying to get a deal out of it, like, I'll not testify against you if you let me see the kid. If she had just if she really truly wanted just to meet her grandson, that could have been achieved a long time ago without all of this. Like, you don't have to go to jail if I can meet my grandson. So that's pretty shitty. But I also feel bad for her from a, like, yeah, she was in an abusive relationship. I'm sure everyone feels bad for her on that regard. Right. But
yeah.
Kevin, I have a question. Not the best. Since you were like jury on like a murder trial or whatever, I would assume that they would keep them separate though, like, so that she couldn't like ask that. No, or am I?
I don't know, because that's all like behind the scenes stuff. I know. Listen, the trial that I was on, it was juicy.
You're not going to get yourself like arrested. Is this allowed?
I know, right?
This is fine. The trial's over. This is,
I don't know the rules. I'm just
this was and this was all like publicly reported. But so the defendant, the woman, she was going for self-defense. So she killed her husband, who was also technically her stepdad, and her daughter testified against her. So it was a very dramatic thing. Like, lots of family drama going on with it. Like, they all need counseling. They all need therapy. But yeah, I got a very clear impression that she had not talked to her daughter in a long time. I'm
just wondering if that's something like if it's a murder.
I don't think we should put too much thought into the accuracy of trial proceedings.
Right. No.
Because clearly it's not done. I will also say, like, he's not going to be my favorite character or anything. I actually really like the lawyer in this episode. Like, Locke, underrated, good character in the episode. He's really empathetic. He's really quite sweet. I really liked him.
Yeah, I did.
You spoiler to say he doesn't come back. I don't think we see him again. But like, as a one-off character in this episode, I really liked him.
I thought he was a nice guy. So I thought I was trying to recognize his face from somewhere, because I feel like I've seen his face somewhere. But
you keep talking, I'll look it up for you, Jake.
All right.
Well, I was gonna say we can move on. We don't need to harp on this false and fictional trial.
No, anyway, my point was just that I got the impression they haven't talked in a while, but I think if they wanted to have talked, like, with lawyers present, they probably could have arrange some kind of meeting, but we wouldn't have seen that as the jury. We wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we're moving on. We're moving on right to my favorite part, shirtless Sawyer. Let's talk about it. Love this moment. Let's open a door and see more shirtless Sawyer. I applaud. Like, thank you. But this is where Kate comes in and she lets him know, like, hey, I've just been banished. And he's like, this is a joke. Locke's he's a crazy man. I am unbanishing you. This where he says, like, this is my house, where I think, like, if Locke did try and come in, he'd be like, no, sorry, you came to the wrong house, buddy. But unfortunately for me, this is where I have to watch the sexuals with this complete horrible woman and my man. And I have a word for her, but I won't use it because we don't need to be canceled. But it begins with an S and ends with a T. All
right, then.
Moving on, because we already know, because he's going to call her out for it later. So I'm not the only one's calling her out for it. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, we do go back to the beach where we see Charlotte testing Dan. What is this? Like, he's doing a memory test of some kind with 3 cards, and we see that he has remembered 2 out of the 3. And this, thank you, Lost, for 10 more thousand questions. Why does this man have no memory and he's supposed to be a scientist?
That's a crazy one.
This also reminds me of when we first saw him and he's sitting in the chair and they're like, why are you crying? And he's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is something going on under the surface with Daniel. This is another like great little tease of like, wait,
correct.
What's up with this guy?
He does say something too, like she's like, it's progress. So obviously they've been working on this for a while, but he's like, progress. I can't 2 cards, like I can't even remember 3 cards. Like, we see the frustration here, which it does give us a little like piece to like start uncovering the onion that is Daniel Faraday, the Shrek onion with Kevin's jackass accompanying it. They do walk up. Jack and Juliet walk up and they're like, no one's answering Interboat. And they're like, well, I love Charlotte. She's like, how would I know? Here, why would I know?
Listen, Charlotte is very good at playing things off, because she's this time when she's like, I'm here. How would I know? Just like when she first landed and Locke's asking her question, she's like, what do you want me to tell you? Right? Like,
yeah,
she's very good at that.
She is very good.
It's amazing what happens when you take 2 bullets to the chest about your ability to have a poker face.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
She is now shit scared of these people.
Right. She's like, I've survived. I'm good. But with that, I mean, they bring up a moment. They're like, so you have 1 line on the freighter, and she's like, well, there is another line, but we were only supposed to call that an emergency. They're like, I love Juliet. She's like, grabs the phone. She's like, it's an emergency. Like, she's like, I'm done playing this game.
Because I love the way Juliet says it too, because she's kind of like, she says it nicely but very forced. She's like, it's an emergency.
Yeah.
I love how fully like one of us Juliet is now. Like, she doesn't feel like another anymore. She's just like one of our group.
Did she really ever feel like another though? Like,
she did to me. I kept
me.
trying to, as we were going through those episodes, I was kept trying to make that point, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
she kind of went back and forth, but she would.
Right, like she was working with them, but like she had like, you know what I mean? There was like obviously some tension, and you know what I mean?
I think not so much that she was another. I always felt like she was not with Ben, right? Like she was opposed to Ben is what it was. So like she fits in with this other group that is also opposed to Ben.
Right. Yeah. We all have a common enemy, which is Ben. And now you can add Locke to it. But anyway, they do make the call. Regina answers. I did not know that the evil queen from Once Upon a Time had entered the building, but she has.
She already died.
But apparently she's now back as the evil queen of Regina. And she's like, hey, we're sitting here on I also love that Jack very smartly. I'm sure anybody would have done this, but he's like, put it on speaker. But she's like, hey, we're sitting here with the people on the beach that you all are supposed to be rescuing, and we're still waiting on you to come. They're just wondering about their friends. Can they talk to them? And Regina's on the other line, like, what friends? What are you talking about? She's like, on the helicopter. They left yesterday. Like, what's happening? And she's like, no one is here. And we got a big old question mark of like, what? They left literally a day ago. It's like, thought your freighter was right off the coast or off the beach.
Yeah, it's very interesting because we know from the last episode, we know Saeed is gonna get off the island. We know,
yes,
right? Yeah. Like we know that. So like, it didn't crash. They didn't die. So where are they? Like,
Yeah.
we also know from the last episode that there is some kind of time situation, right? Where like
that was
they,
only 30 minutes.
right. So like
24 hours.
like, what's going on there? Are they just lying, right? Like, are they, because it's on speakerphone, are they like, we don't know where your friends are? And like on the other end of the phone, they're like holding a gun to their head, like, you better be quiet.
Like, are they doing another thing on the with like
right? Like, there's a lot of what does that mean going on?
Yeah, no, 100%. Lots of questions going on. We also get another insane moment with Locke because we've had so many of them this episode that he walks into Miles and he's like, you know what? You've been doing a lot of chatter. I'm going to fix that for you. Open your mouth. And he puts a grenade in it. Like, the level of psychoticness that has, like, leader turns into psycho. What?
Yeah.
0 to 60. Like, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Miles did get something to eat. Locke told him to chew on this, and
But then he walks out. He's like, enjoy your breakfast. How do you want me to do that there, Locke?
yeah.
I just need to do one thing now in this particular moment.
Oh, we're changing it again?
Oh my god.
This scene,
Michael.
I'm all about it. Sorry, carry on, Jake.
Michael.
No, I mean, well, yeah, I guess Kevin and I are kicking Michael off the train.
I jumped off myself.
Train made a stop in Grenadesville, and so
Yeah.
Michael got off.
This is
I don't know why that's the one where you jump back or jump off the train for, because it's a little kooky there.
It's a little. There was something between just leaving you tied up and ignoring you and sending Hurley to give you breakfast and putting a grenade in your mouth so that if you like cough or sneeze, you die.
yeah,
Right.
that's the thing. How is
Somewhere in between.
Or like like the muscle, they're going to give out.
He's gonna have to
Yeah.
fall asleep at some point.
Yeah,
But, like,
it's
ugh.
like you're going to sneeze or cough, as Kevin said. Like it's gonna happen. So I don't know how this is supposed to. My thought was also maybe it's like a dummy grenade or something. So like it could just not actually explode.
I remember that I was of the opinion that like Locke didn't put a real grenade in there. Like I was like, just drop it out of your mouth and kick it real quick. Kick it at him and see if he panics. Because if he don't panic, it's not real.
I don't know what about Locke makes you think that this is he's
There was no bullets in the gun. Remember when Jack shot him in the face? There was no bullets in the gun.
I'm just saying, like, obviously he's gone off the deep end. He's like lost his mind. He's
always
gone.
been off the deep end.
I'm not.
No.
This is not a defense. This is not a defense. This is not to say that he has not gone off the deep end. This is not to say that he's not the worst. I'm just saying. I'm a little bit like, well, if I'm Miles and he's standing right there, I'm gonna let it go, and as it falls to the ground, kick it at him.
What, you're gonna risk your life on a
Mutually
hunch?
assured destruction.
No, Miles doesn't want to die. You see, like, Miles is purely about
$2 million.
for self gain. Yeah, I totally believe it's a live grenade. Like, I love this from Locke because it clearly comes from frustration. Like, he's sick of like trying to placate people, and now he's just like, this guy
He has no leadership skills.
Agreed. I've not defended him this episode. We're not disagreeing. But how can you not love like the pure chaos of he's gonna tie this guy up and put a damn grenade in his mouth? It is so like crazy. I love it. I'm sorry. It's so good. And he's like, I should have introduced myself. My name is John Locke, and I am in charge of the protection of this island. And whether you like John Locke or you dislike John Locke, John's the only one that accepts that they are here for a reason and that the island is something important. And I'm all about it.
That self-importance of like, I'm John Locke and I am the protector of this island.
Yep.
Oh, since when? Since when? According to who?
Since the very beginning.
Round 72.
You
Kristin,
think
I'm
that
guessing
you
is
are
what we're
now the most you think you are now the most like knowledgeable person. You know everything about this island. You know everything about how to protect this island. You know everything that's you know everything, John Locke. And he's so full of himself. And like as he is so full of himself, he is getting played by Ben and by Sawyer and by Kate. But he knows everything. He just is getting played by everyone while he knows everything. And it annoys me.
This is the problem. I can agree with the guy the entire episode, and then I say one thing, and it's the diatribe again. I was on your side the whole time. I like one moment of John Locke, and it's like the impression comes out, the Special Island Boy comes out, all the catchphrases for anyone playing Kevin Tribe of Nerds fucking bingo. Here he goes.
I didn't even say Special Island Boy this time.
I was on the train.
This time.
I chose to get off the train. No choo-choo. John Locke's the best.
Because he said a line. He said a line that annoyed me.
Oh.
And I'm the protector of this island. Shut up, John Locke.
Kevin fucking Tribe of Nerds bingo is definitely the line of the episode.
You get a free space for the tiny hands.
Oh, God.
I'm fucking crying right now. Oh my god.
The funny thing is, we were more on the rails than we've ever been this episode. And then the second that Kevin and I disagreed, chaos.
It's not about you disagreeing. It's about that one line that just annoyed me.
I feel like this was the most professional episode we've done, and then chaos.
It's like a trigger warning for Kevin.
Yeah, we're not professional here. We're
Oh, why?
it's not our style.
Oh, well, let's get back on this so we can end this dang episode here. Anyway, we have hot and cold Kate over here with my man, and she wakes up to get another sexual moment, and then he tries to do the sexuals, and she's like, oh, never mind, I don't want to do it anymore. Hot, cold, turn it back on. But she does bring it. He's like, is this because you're pregnant or you think you're pregnant? She's like, I'm not pregnant. We're good. Which we're still like, wait, she said she had a kid. Like, is she lying here? What's happening? And then my man finally calls it out, the S with the T word that we will not say on here. And she backhands him. I mean, like, if somebody called me that, I'd probably backhand him too. However, when you're getting called out for the truth about all, when you get
the truth, I mean, he's
No.
Jack seems like
right back in my bed. It's so true.
Jack seems like he's with Juliet right now. So like,
How many times? Right, which is why she's in the bed with Sawyer, because he's with Juliet. Like, this is since season 1. Like, this is disgusting, and I'm over it. Kate, go away. Just go away. Go start your own little tribe over there. We don't need you anymore.
I agree that Sawyer has some good points. Like, she is back and forth between them. I disagree completely with Kristin's vague way of saying something without saying something. Like, she can sleep with whoever she wants. It's no fucking problem. Let her do her, like, whatever.
but
Well,
so,
seeing how you also brought up earlier about the condom things, and seeing how Ben has been very, very worried about his daughter getting pregnant, something tells me their condoms are not there. So
No.
maybe not be double dipping every 5 seconds.
he's
because
not
she-
double dipping.
Anyway.
She's
Has
not
she
double
even-
dipping.
Hang on. Has she even slept with Jack?
No, because he doesn't want her.
Yes, he does. But they've never actually slept together.
Anyway, moving on. Just
Oh my god,
Listen.
Kristin.
true. It's true. She needs to pick a man. She should probably pick the right one, but also I don't want her to pick the right one because the right one is mine, but we'll move on.
No, oh my gosh.
Listen, we don't have time for round 522 with us, okay? We're going to move on. With that, we get our last flash forward to end this episode. Kate, they're hanging out in the courtroom, and we've got nothing. We're stalling here, and prosecution's like, hi, I need to approach the bench. We kind of don't have a witness. Again, to Kevin's point, they would have already been done, but like to here nor there. But Kate's mom has decided she's not testifying. She didn't get what she wants. She still didn't testify. So just throwing that out there. And she's like, we need to chat. We need to have a little chitty chat. This is where like when one side realizes they are losing the battle, they need to start making deals so that they get a little bit of something. She brings up jail time. She's like, absolutely not doing jail time. And then she brings up probation, and she has to stay in the state. And the guy's like, no, she can go wherever she wants. She's like, I'll sign it. I want this to be done. I don't care what it is. I'll sign it. I'll say I have a kid. I'm not going anywhere. Let me have the thing. He's like, Kate, you can, like, you have a life. And she's like, I don't care. I'm signing it. Like, I'm not in jail, and I am free to go with my kid. Like, sign away. With that, They do get her backdoor exit, which she asked for. She goes out. Of course, Jack is there waiting for her. And she's like, oh, how'd you know? And he's like, oh, your lawyer owed me something for that lie that I pulled off. You're welcome. And she's talking about like, hey, do you want to follow me and like come by for a visit? And he's like, yeah, the hospital's calling. Maybe you and I can get coffee. And she's like, listen, I get why you don't want to see the baby, which we're like, okay, why don't we want to see, is this Sawyer's baby? Like, what's happening here? What's going on? And she's like, I get why you don't want to see the baby, but the baby and I are a package here.
Wait.
Until you want to see the baby, we will not be seeing each other. He also does tell her that he lied in the courtroom, which we know.
Yeah, we know.
We know, but he's talking about the lie of that he doesn't love her anymore, because obviously they know that was a lie, but the part with the I love her anymore, don't love her anymore, all that jazz. But yeah, he will not see the baby. And so we do get her arriving home from this court. She's now free and clear. No jail time for Kate. Yay, Kate. And the nanny's like, kept him away from the TV. All is well. I put him down for a nap. She goes up.
The entire length of the trial.
Right, how long that was. But she goes up to the room, wakes the poor kid up. You never wake a kid from a nap. What are you doing? You never wake a kid from a nap. But, I mean, she hasn't seen him in a minute. I get that. But, like, you never wake a kid from a nap. But she does wake him up, and he's like, oh, hi, Mommy. Hugs her. Jake's like, blonde hair, Sawyer's baby. And she goes, hi, Aaron. And Jake's goes, like, the rest of us. All of us were like, I know immediately, Michael and Kevin, all of us, when we first watched this, and Jake going like, oh my God, it's Aaron. Like obviously Turnip Head, which obviously, but after that, because again, Michael and I are the people of like on the message boards and like questioning everything. I then also was like, did she just name the baby Aaron? Like
I thought that the first time.
Yeah, like I was like, maybe it's not Aaron, but like she misses her friends and like that was her way of like honoring her friend. Yeah, there was a whole mess with that. So yes, is it Aaron? Is it not Aaron? That is the question.
that is a pretty crazy reveal of, you know, she's been talking about this kid all episode, kind of alluded to that she might have a kid in the future in past episodes. Then all of a sudden it's revealed like this is Turnip Head, and my first thought is, oh no, what happens to Claire? Because clearly something might have happened to her.
Well, I think the reason why the question is there, and like, especially for people watching for the first time, like Jake, like there could be a possibility that she's just naming a kid Aaron. Like, right. Is it like more plausible than it actually being Aaron? Probably not. But if you think about it, we know that we had Desmond with the vision saying that Claire and Aaron get on the helicopter. So there's that. So we know that Claire and Aaron have to be together. So like, there's just a lot of questions of like, well, okay, what did happen to Claire? But like, why is Claire not with Aaron? So then it makes you go like, that just seems so far-fetched that maybe she just named the kid Aaron. So right. I think it does like bring up the question of like, is this actually Aaron, aka Turnip Head, or did she just name a baby Aaron? You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of questions there.
Right. I mean, the age of the kid as well definitely leads it to be more Turnip Head than
right.
Like her
right.
own kid.
This is a child who, if Kate. This is when you're talking about kids that young, 9 to 10 months or 11 months, whatever, makes a big difference. Yeah. So like that child looks too old.
We saw what happened to Walt.
Right. Yeah. That child looks too old to have been conceived where we are on the island now.
Yeah.
And like born 9 months later. Right. Like,
I mean, it's Aaron. We can just
right. Yeah. I did have a question.
Well, like, yeah, we can. That's what I was saying, but I'm just saying there's a reason why there are questions around it. What? Because you sit there and start thinking of like where, like Jake's like, well, what happened to Claire? Well, is this actually Aaron then? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did have a question timeline wise. Is this taking place after Jack says we have to go back, like on the timeline where?
I think that's
no.
I think that Jack's breakdown is going to come after this.
Okay, that's what I had thought, but
yeah, I would say that I think that is the furthest into the future that we've seen.
Okay.
Yes,
up until this point.
That would make sense.
I will say as well, what I love, the Aaron reveal is crazy, but I think what's even more important and always strikes out to me is we're led to believe from the conversation between Jack and Kate, like Jack feels uncomfortable about being around the baby because it's Sawyer's baby and he loves Kate,
Right.
and that's the whole thing. With
Right.
the reveal at the end that it's Aaron, why is Jack so uncomfortable? Like,
well, that's why
that's so much fun of like, wait, what happened here?
Well, and
Something has happened and Jack does not want to be around this kid.
so the other
But then leads to the question of like, is this actually Sawyer's baby? From why we're thinking that, and then she named it Aaron. So that's why those questions arise. Go ahead.
Well, and I did want to bring it back to, we know Claire and Jack are actually secretly siblings, right?
True.
So does Jack find that out and then something happens to Claire, and so that would lead to why he's like so uncomfortable? Yes.
That has been something in the background for a while. That's like not really been a factor
Right.
yet.
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot
would
of-
also say one of the other things that I was thinking about now, back in 2008, was okay, so this is Aaron. Does Aaron count as one of the 6? Because if Aaron counts as one of the 6, right?
Yeah.
We've got Jack, Kate, Hurley, Saeed. And if Aaron counts, that only leaves one more.
Right.
And like, there's a lot of people I want in that one spot. So like,
Yeah.
Right.
I
I'm
was
glad you brought that up. What did you think, Jake, when you watched this? This was the reveal of one of the Oceanic 6 when you saw Aaron.
I was thinking like it could be one of the 6 because if they are counting Aaron, but then I'm like, I don't know, maybe not, because are they going to count a child in that? Because maybe they don't want like the publicity of it all for him. They want the kid to live a somewhat normal life at this point. So I don't know. I would love Sun and Jin now to get off together, but I unfortunately am not sure that's going to happen. So yeah.
I know for me, like I was also in that train with Kevin of like, does he count as an Oceanic 6? So like, if he doesn't, okay, we've got 2 spots open. So like, please be Sun and Jen, right?
I mean, he is a person.
Right.
He is a
But
human
also,
being.
if what he is, you're right. But like, I mean, you know what I mean? There's a couple things that they could just not, count him, especially we don't like, this is Kate's baby, you know what I mean? So like, who knows what that's going to be with the lie. But with that, if it is only the one, then I'm like, okay, so then it's Claire, and then something
Right.
happens is why Jack doesn't want to see the baby anymore. So like, that's where I was going at in my mind back in the day. I was like, okay, so maybe like it's Claire and Aaron obviously got off. Something happens with Claire, which is why Jack doesn't want to see the baby. And now Kate's left to raise him. Like, is that what happened here? There's just so many questions that when you get the hi Aaron at the end of this episode that you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I guess Oceanic 6.5 isn't as good marketing.
Right. Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, favorite characters, least favorite characters. Mine are pretty easy. But
Yeah, we already know. I mean, I'll honestly go because I think her story is now super intriguing. I'm gonna go with Kate for favorite. And then least favorite, I mean, John Locke, of course. So I am still on board the John Locke train of or F John Locke train. Choo choo. So those would be my choices.
I mean, same. I think Kate does a great job in this episode. I think we see that she is like the female Jack, right? Like all the girls trust her. They all like Sun is worried about her. Claire is like trusting her with her baby. Maybe seemingly in the future also trusting her with her baby. Who knows what's going on there? I feel really bad for her with the whole situation with her mom at the courthouse, right? Like, and like pulling off that scheme with Sawyer to get Miles to Ben to get the information she wants. Like, do I think she's maybe being a little bit dramatic? Like, girl, yes, they know who you are and you are still a fugitive, but like she completed her mission. She did the thing she wanted to do. So I'm gonna go with Kate, and then John Locke. Oh God. You know that I don't like him in the first place, and there's so many reasons to dislike him in this episode. He's so many reasons to dislike him. Even Michael was on board the train for a few minutes. So like, who you could choose mom. You could choose Kate's mom if you wanted to like make an excuse for Locke. But even then, I have some amount of sympathy for her. I have none for Locke.
Yeah, it's a clean sweep, I think, for favorite. Kate, I think we've mentioned it before. Kate episodes are like good Kate episodes are few and far between. And I think this is a really good Kate episode. And I think the way she plays Hurley's so much fun. She plays everyone this episode. She's great. Yeah, solid Kate episode. Also like an emotional punch in this episode. As much as I'd love to give least favorite character to Turnip Head, for once, Turnip Head actually is crucial to the story and has, for the first time since he was born, Turnip Head, and that time he got kidnapped, Turnip Head is actually integral to the big reveal of the end. So I can't give it to Turnip Head. So unfortunately, I do have to give it to John Locke. This is not peak John Locke. I'm fair. Unlike you and Kevin, I'm fair when it comes to John Locke.
made Jack my least favorite character before. What are you talking about?
You've yet to make Locke your favorite.
I made Locke my favorite in the first episode that I did.
Yeah, you lulled us into a false sense of security and then went on your whole spiel for the next 3 seasons. Yeah, but yeah, this isn't a good look for John. It's not his finest hour. I still love him, but yeah, it's got to be John.
Yeah, as much as John Locke sucks, somebody sucks worse than it is Kate. Get off my man. So least favorite character, obvious. And my favorite character, I want to give to Sawyer because he did a shirtless Sawyer scene, and it's
always multiple shirtless Sawyer scenes.
I love any time that I get to see that. I will have to say, I think my favorite character, just for Michael, is going to be Turnip Head, because that opens up so many things. So like he's in there for about 2.2 seconds, and it opens up so much that you're like, okay, where the hell did you come from? And now why do you give me so many things to think about? So I am going to go with Turnip Head as my favorite character.
Also, we got his first speaking lines.
Hi, mommy.
Hi, mommy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so that is where I'm going to go because it just opens up a lot. So.
All right. That's favorite, least favorite characters. Let us get to the episode rankings. All right. And there we go. Our top 20 overall episodes. I don't think Eggtown again is going to crack the top 20.
The top 20? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't have it. So, and then that goes to the season 4 episodes ranked. I think it's better than The Economist. I don't think it's better than the season 4 premiere or Confirmed Dead, in my opinion.
I think I'm going to be by myself on this, but I actually think I really love this one. I think this is the best one so far. There's so much going on, like on the island, off the island. I loved all the Kate stuff. Like, yeah. I've said the same thing for the past 3 episodes. Like, I do think all of these episodes are very similar quality. I feel like there's like 0.1, 0.2, like between them all. So I'm not super like, I want it here. I don't mind, but this was good.
Beginning of the end is Hurley because it's the pile of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hurley, the freight of people.
I think I could argue that I would put this above beginning of the end. Just because we're getting a lot.
We do get a little more about like.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit more.
Happened.
I mean, I definitely agree that's over The Economist for sure. I could put it 2 or 3 for me, but that's where it definitely I don't think goes above Confirmed Dead.
Okay. So are we saying 2 then? For majority?
I'm happy with 2.
Okay.
2 it is.
All right. Eggtown is now number 2.
Silly episode.
Stupid.
All right.
Eggtown.
So that is Lost Season 4, Episode 4. If you like our Lost content and want more, like, share, comment, subscribe so that you don't miss any more of our Lost content as we are continuing Season 4 and beyond. And
it's
with
every week, so you could say that we're a constant in your life. So
yes.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I'll let you guys get to your spoiler section, and we will see you all next time on the Tribe of Nerds.
Choo choo.
Hello, everyone. We are here for the Tribe of Nerds After Jake spoiler section of Lost. If you've not seen Lost in its entirety, get out now because we spoil everything, like literally everything. Go away. This is your countdown. Normally Michael's giving you a countdown, but he's not. There it is. Okay. Goodbye.
It gets quicker every time.
Every time.
By season 6, it's going to be
go. Yeah. All right. So Eggtown, we get the reveal of Aaron at the end. I was trying to give a little bit. I wanted Jake to start questioning it a little bit more because I know I was questioning it. That was also not me just completely trying to get Jake to question it, but I did question it too because it's like, okay, why we know that Desmond said Claire and Aaron get on the helicopter and leave the island. So
that was just you because you that's always your thing is.
Well, no, it was me trying to like make Jake question it a little bit, but I also did question it when I watched this live of like, where is Claire? Because we know that Desmond said that Claire and Aaron. That's why Charlie died. Like so.
Up until this point, Desmond's visions were like 100% accurate. So it is odd that doesn't happen, but yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, no, that 100% was me like trolling Jake a little bit, but like also I was questioning that when this aired for the first time. Like, that makes zero sense. But yeah, so that is in fact Aaron. It is in fact Aaron. Kate does have Aaron because who wants to spoil it?
I mean, Claire's gonna go crazy.
She's gonna be driven crazy.
A little cray cray. She also has a horrible hairdo when she goes crazy.
Well,
that's the least of her worries.
By herself.
She went all kinds of like padded room straitjacket.
Well, that's what Smokey does to her.
Yes, she does. Yeah. She does get confronted by the man in black that we're going to learn about here soon. Not too soon, but we will be learning about him. And he is made himself appear to people several times on this island as other people. We know that to get in there and manipulate them. He manipulates Claire by being Kristin, who is her dad, which we know, and she leaves Aaron, like completely just leaves him and doesn't even look the other way, which also like that's crazy that she would like you. Why did she leave Aaron? Obviously he must have told her to leave Aaron, but like for her to flip a script that quick to be like, it's my dad, I want to talk to him, and like he's supposed to like he was dead, like you know what I mean, or whatever. It just seems so out of character for her.
Doesn't it all happen kind of quickly though too?
It does. That's what I'm saying. Like all of a sudden, like Claire's not there, and they're searching for her, and then they find Aaron.
Does like the rational part of Claire that hasn't completely lost it yet? Does she just think that like things aren't happening this quickly, and she has a moment to go do this, and like she comes back and Aaron's gone?
The problem is we don't see what happens.
Right, and
Claire,
we never do.
There is going to be Claire vanishes. Sawyer's like, where'd she go? She's gone for a while, and we see her in the cabin, and she is loco. And we mentioned it, like, after that cabin episode, we are not going to see Claire again until the final season.
Right.
Like, she is completely missing for a long time.
For a long time,
like, what is going on with Claire? Well, Kate is now Aaron's new
mommy. No, it seems very, very out of character for her. You know what I mean? Like, for her to just... whatever. Leave him in a bush. You know what I mean?
I don't think it was a choice thing.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna get into like the weird like sickness of it all, and like something happened to Claire that like I don't think she had any say in what really happened to her.
Yeah, because it just that's not something she would have done for sure.
No.
So, but yeah, so Kate does take custody of Aaron. It is part of their lie that she had the baby. She was pregnant when they crashed. Had the baby on the island. Weird, because I think it probably would have been like mentioned by the marshal to be like picked up. Kate, she was heavily pregnant.
This lie would not fly in like modern time because there's cameras everywhere, and they'd be like, you should be 9 months pregnant, and you're not.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
more weird. They mess this up so bad where she doesn't claim to have been 9 months pregnant. She claims to have only been 3 months, and she gave birth. So, and she claims that Aaron, she claims that Aaron, when they get off the island, is like 6 months old or something, and he's clearly like a toddler. It's so weird.
No, because I mean, we know like he obviously is a baby, but he is older. I think she says 6 weeks actually.
Oh, that's even crazier.
Yeah, which we know that like he's obviously a couple months old, but also we do know, like we've also said this too, like because of again timeline and you have kids that you're using that age when they're not supposed to be, like because we know that they were only there for what, like 90 something days at this point, right? That they're there, so like that's a 3-month-old baby.
We're gonna find out that it's Christmas next episode. And they crashed on September 22nd. So yeah, it's like just over 3 months.
October, November, December. Yeah, it's 3 months.
Yeah. So I mean, especially for her to say he was a premature baby too, on top of this, like it's a little weird. It's a like he is a bigger baby, and the fact that the people went along with this lie and nobody, like none of these reporters question it when they're all at their like, briefing is a little weird. But yeah, so it's amazing that this lie held true. I think
it would not go through. Like people would not believe it. Like there would be whole TikTok conspiracy theory videos about like, look at her get on the plane. She has no belly.
There's no belly. Yeah.
I mean, Kevin, we are living in an age where people can't even agree on the shape of the fucking planet. People are not going to agree.
Well, and they're also falling for AI videos too. So there's that too. But yeah,
another thing. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Another thing from this episode I was going to say is like I got goosebumps when Miles and Ben had their conversation where he said, "You know who I work for," and Ben's like, "Yes."
Yeah,
and it's like, oh man, we are on the precipice of one of the greatest kind of villain rivalry that is going to be for the rest of the show. Like Ben versus Widmore is such a huge part of Lost that's been bubbling under the surface, and it's about to happen, and it's going to be tragic in a few episodes time.
No, for sure. Also, I mean, we are down to Aaron is a member of the Oceanic Six, which
we're down to one spot,
which then becomes Sun, which is
thank
not
God,
Claire.
Because I would be very upset if she died on the island because she was pregnant.
That too, but it is also very sad that it is not Claire. It also is very sad that it's not Sun and Jin. Correct. So we know that this is also going to be a very tragic end for a lot. Like, oh my gosh, when we get to that, when they're like coming down and like we're gonna get Sun's episode here where we're like, that whole dupe that they pulled on us of him like rushed into the like, oh, I can't, I'm not prepared.
That episode is so rude. So rude.
So horrible.
We just wrapped our mind around flash forwards, and that is so genius. Like we are going to get a flash forward and a flashback
together
told in the same episode. And man, that's another one. I don't think that episode gets talked about enough. That is good stuff. Like that is so well done.
Well,
and then Hurley coming with Sun to go to the grave. Like, oh shit! Like
I know it's so. Stuff. Oh my god! No, I remember because I also just did this rewatch with my kids, and they watched it for the first time, and I remember them being at the end of that episode realizing that Sun was by herself, that Jen did not also get off on the island, and then because they were not putting the 6 together, right? They were just thinking of who's getting off the island, and so of course you would think, now that Aaron's taken a spot, there is only one spot left. So, all of that. But for them to get that moment where they're like, wait, Jin's dead? Wait, he wasn't just going to the hospital for Sun? Like, it was a hard thing to and for all of us. I mean, granted, I think all of us were like, there's only one spot left. So yeah, we were like, what's happening here? But yeah, crazy town that's happening. We also are going to get listen, if the Constant's not like way up on our top 20, like, sorry, not in Portland. You're definitely going
out. Not in Portland's getting knocked out.
Yeah, 100% getting knocked out here. That's coming up. But also, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't the end of the Constant give us Michael?
No. We don't get that. Yeah, we don't get that until I'm pretty sure no.
Because I thought that they ended it with Saeed seeing him, and then
they end it with Daniel saying, "If anything happens, I am your constant." I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen until episode 7, like just before.
Yeah, I feel like he comes out of the shadows, like in the middle of the episode.
It's not till the Sun and Jin episode.
Yeah,
weirdly.
Well, yeah. So we do have that. I mean, we know that Michael is the person on the boat, so we're gonna get that here soon. We're gonna get a whole crazy mess of the ending. We talked about this before. I do feel like Lost, they did a good job of, obviously it was a writer's strike. We got way less episodes that we're used to in this season. I don't feel that it was rushed, but again, can you imagine what we would have gotten if we had 24 episodes? Like,
even if we had, because there's only 14, even if we
14.
had 16 or 18, just a couple more, maybe we'd see what actually happened to Claire.
And yeah, no, for sure. Anything else that we want to spoil before we wrap this up?
I think that's it, other than just I can't wait till next week.
I know, can't wait either.
I love
All
the
right.
constant.
It's such a good episode. Such a good episode. All right. Well, with that, we are wrapping this up. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Comment questions that you might
Tell
have.
Kristin how wrong she is.
Absolutely not. Don't even finish this.
Thank Michael for joining the train.
Choo-choo.
Briefly.
For about a split second. We'll be back next week for the constant spoilers, and there will probably be a lot of them. So stay tuned. Bye.
Yeah.